Hi artists, this demo will cover two important steps before we can print our etchings. And the first one is preparing the plate or the plexiglass using one of these files. And then the second part of it is going to be preparing the paper, your sheets of paper for your edition of prints. So when you have finished scribing or etching, you are going to want to remove your sketch and just take the tape off as well. So you have a clean, clear plate. And then you're going to take one of these files, and what we want to just do here is give a nice even bevel to all four edges of the plate so that those edges aren't going to create dark lines or cause any sort of problems as it goes through the printing press. So you're going to want to take the plate over and just overhang just a little bit off the edge of a table or desk, and then holding this file not at 0, not at 90 degrees, but sort of at a 45 shallow sort of angle. You're going to then take it and just watching your other hand, holding it over that edge, create a bevel, a nice soft edge. You can go sort of by feel and you can go by look. So it should almost create like a shadowed line. It will look lighter and whiter if you've done it correctly. And then you would rotate and repeat, covering all four sides, filing them so they angle down and away from your main image. Okay? And then the second part is, since we're preparing a set of 3 prints, you're going to want 3 pieces of this rag paper. It's a beautiful Stonehenge 50% cotton paper. And you want this custom sized to your etching. So typically you want to take it, put it face down, and you're wanting to leave an even border on 3 of the sides, an extra space at the bottom edge. So although my plate is square, it's not going to be printed on a square sheet of paper. It will be a larger rectangle, possibly about here. So you can use your ruler to give yourself little marks if you'd like. You could measure. I'm going about 2 inches from each side. Okay. And so I'm just going to give myself a few very light pencil marks. I'm not wanting those to stay on the paper. Once I sort of feel good about that, then I can tear the paper. So rather than use the paper cutter, we want to use one of these big bars. It's a tear bar. Printmakers like to keep the beautiful torn edge of the paper that we use, which is a cotton rag paper. So the way to kind of do this is you put the tear bar down, lined up straight with the little pencil marks you've made, pressing down with one hand and taking close to that corner with the other. You're just going to pull until you have resized your paper. Okay, and for my bottom edge, I need to repeat that process. There's sort of again, a bevel on this tear bar, and you want that facing you. You want this other hand that's at the bottom to really be putting pressure. And again, just gently pull down and over, sort of on an angle like this. Okay. So what I'm left with is a custom sized paper ready for my etching to be printed on. And I need you to repeat this 3 times. So you would have another sheet and another and another, and then any scraps of this paper can just go back to see if other students might use it. The last part of this is once you have your pile of 3 or 4 equally sized custom papers, again, you're going to put your plate face down, and you're going to take that pencil and you're going to do something called registration. And so it's just really light marks in the corners. You can do all 4 corners. Okay, where now, once we've got this guy all inked up and the paper's sitting on the press, we know that we are going to place it in exactly the right spot consistently across all 3 prints. And so that is registering your paper, sizing your paper, and of course, filing down the edges of your plate.